and say hi. I've been live and just like read and stuff, but it's kind of hard when I don't have my own signal. I have to go off um I have to go off Wi-Fi or whatever, or hotspot. Anyway, whoa, whoa, that might be too much light. Now that's light. See how that just turned light? Wow, blinded me almost. Okay, hold on. Where's that? No. There it is. Okay. Yeah, now I might have some light to actually read. I might be able to read it with this light. Get a little bit closer there. And we'll see. Let me make sure I got my stuff plugged in. Because, you know, I don't have regular utility power. I got a generator or solar. God did make this place to be abundant. We're supposed to be abundant, but there's somebody stealing everything. You know, it's just like our social security numbers, our account numbers, which we work our asses off just to get paid. Yeah, what thieves? I'm hoping they're going down. That's bullshit, too. Oh, there I am. Hi. I don't know if you guys heard all my la la la, but because my phone is too laggy. Hi, Chris Cortez. I'm Tammy Lynn. Welcome to my channel. Um, off and on. You know, I try to come on here and just, I guess, exercise my voice because I don't have to exercise it that much anymore because I'm just a big time hermit that don't go nowhere. It's good when I can even get outside. You know what I mean? Traumatization, I guess. Anyway, can you hear me now? Everything cool? It was just trying to reconnect, and I don't know what happened. If you guys could hear me, it was probably my phone, because you know it was reconnecting. So if it had anything, it was probably just like a blah blah blah. If that's what it is, yeah. Anyway, it says I'm live again. So, what happens to a soul like Hitler or Stalin? Stalin. I'm not too familiar with Stalin. I'm sure a lot of people are not too familiar with anything anymore because it's like all ancient history by now, right? So when you say a soul like Hitler or Stalin, I say to you that you do not know their soul. You may speak of a man like Hitler or Stalin, but you cannot speak of their total divine being. There is a need in human consciousness for retribution, for justice. There are many things that the human mind cannot understand. You cannot will yourself to forgive and love someone who has seemingly caused so much suffering. From your viewpoint, it is unforgivable, which I'm going through that with my daughter and all that, you know what I mean? I'm really having a hard time. I don't know. It's all forgiven, but just trying to get rid of that anger mark or something, you know? But maybe it's just supposed to be there. You know, it is an L, and I love my God, which is L, too, you know? Why do they have so many names? They just keep changing names. That's what it is. They just keep changing names. They're all titles and, you know, like entitlements. Like, you're not entitled to nothing, people. I'm sorry. So whoever's thinks that they are entitled or titled, well, They're probably the ones that are remembered and they just stole it from the other ones or something. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna figure it out though. I will. Or something. I'm gonna figure something out. Me or that or this or this or that. I don't know. I just took a break and went crazy for a minute. Anyway, where was I? Okay, there's a need in human consciousness for retribution and for justice. There are many things that a human mind cannot understand. You cannot will yourself to forgive and love someone who has seemingly caused such suffering from your viewpoint. It is unforgivable. There is a great deal of growth, certainly, that needs to take place in souls. Not only those two, but anyone who is cruel, who abuses, who kills, who is selfish, who is ambitious, who is unfeeling, and it is a matter of degree. Within each one of you, there is a small portion, some smaller than others. Where there is hate, where there is racism, where there is a voice that says, I am different than you, and I am better, wherever you can hear that voice, you are speaking to what you have perceived in the outer world as Hitler. Remember this is the schoolroom, and remember some of the lessons need to be written across the heavens in order for them to be heard and understood. So it's written in stars, and man can't touch them stars. I'm sorry. Did all consciousness evolve through the more static? Wait, I should have enough light here. Oh my God, it's just all on my face now. No, it should be maybe this way. Huh? I don't care. Simple forms of matter into the more fluid and complex. Did all consciousness evolve through the more static, simple forms of matter into the more fluid and complex? Wow, that's quite the question. Well, we'll see what it says, right? Y'all can hear me, right? I don't know. Did I get anything more? No. Those who have chosen the path away have also chose the path to return. This involves the experience of many different levels of consciousness. As consciousness expresses itself, it forms materially what you would term many different levels of awareness in your earth. Yet it is always journeying back to the oneness. If a portion of consciousness feels most comfortable in creating itself as a rock, another rock, that's funny, or a blade of grass, this does not mean that it is limited to that form. It simply means that a particular portion of the consciousness can best serve its own needs by experiencing that brief connection to materialized reality. As a seemingly inanimate, oh my gosh, I can't even pronounce it. Inanimate object, simultaneous. You know, it's so weird. It's like I know the freaking words, but when I read them and stuff, I'm trying to read them. I don't know. See, that's what I mean. I need to exercise all this stuff simultaneously. The consciousness may be creating itself on other levels, including that of human existence. As you begin to cherish the earth, the song of a bird, the beauty of a flower, and feel a oneness with it all, what you're doing is releasing parts of your frozen consciousness to join again with that love and light that is your essential being. A sense of oneness with all things of the earth is a good indication that you have claimed back into yourself. You've claimed back into yourself, yeah. Those portions that have evolved through various experiences, this leads to the total knowing of the earth as one with your own being. Literally, it is. Do animals evolve? Do they become people? Yeah, if they're consumed by them, right? Of course, consciousness must create what it is. From the posture of its own existence, when a consciousness expands, it will grow to where it can reach, beyond the present understanding into greater wisdom. There is no end to evolution. You yourselves will evolve into beings far more brilliant, far more beautiful, and far more wiser. Can one graduate ahead of schedule from the curriculum of life? There are no steps to be skipped. The organic process cannot allow for that. There would be holes where fear and doubt and lack of faith would lurk, and it would all come tumbling down again, and you certainly do not want that. Is that what our problem is? They try to skip some? You will find your path, and you will follow it to the end. After all, this is not such a terrible place to be. Have you not come to see the beauty and the ugliness? See the beauty and the ugliness, the love and the hate, the light and the darkness? Do not run from it. Your task is to transform it, not to avoid it. Hey, Emmanuel, what time is it? Now. That's what time it is. Now. If we are eternal, what is the meaning of time? When you speak of time, I speak of eternity. Yet we both speak of the same thing from different perspectives of consciousness. Time is an educational device. Time is a necessary ingredient for physical reality. For it provides a sense of structure, a positive force that helps you to stay focused and related to the events of the schoolroom. Anything that is designed to keep the attention on the needed area can be called a learning device. When you have graduated, you will no longer need time, but until then, you do. Hello. Is it Jella? Jahela? Jahel? No, it's almost like Jahel, right? Jahel in the Bible. She's very important. I think it's J-E, yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. Jael with Deborah and Barack. Anyway, hi. I hope you're doing well tonight. Or day, whatever time it is. Because we need time, right? Where was it? Time is an educational device. Time is a necessary... Oh, did I already go to that? Where was I? Necessary ingredient for physical reality. For it provides a sense of structure, a positive force that helps you to stay focused and related to the events of the schoolroom. Anything that is designed to keep the attention on the needed area. Yeah, I read all that. Sorry about that. Because in my place, I can't remember nothing. So, but until then, you do need time. Release yourself from the confines of your physical body, and you are out of time. Yet, you are aware of being. Where you are now, linear time is part of your environment. When you go beyond the sense of time, as it is measured in your world, time then ceases to be linear and simply is. It joins the isness of all things. You would not say that there is no time, but you would release it. from the conceptual bondage of moving forward or backwards or of any reality other than eternal beingness. I am reading, it's called the Manual, um, I am, or EMMANUEL, and it's uh, a guide to help you live comfortably in the cosmos or something like that. I don't know, it's so old, it doesn't have the actual theme, but it's a manual. It's based on the Seth books. I don't know if you ever heard of those. Judith Light, maybe, I think is the name, that channels the Seth books. If you look up Seth books, and it'll come up, and this is based on it. It's got no negative in it whatsoever. It's a guide through the cosmos, right? What man can't touch. So moving forward or backwards. Okay. So number 10, illness and healing. Why not? So much can be gathered in that time of quietness, of introspection, that illness forces upon you, dear souls, who are always outer motivated, Such times can be used for the alchemy of taking the clay of physicality and breathing the spirit into it. That will change the clay into gold. Oh yes, I know the Bible, which the Witness of the Stars is what I call my Bible. It's based on the Bible. What's his name? Let's see, I'm so bad with names because they just keep changing names. I'm telling you. I know I have it right here, but what is his name? It's the Companion Bible, and it's much more than the church people or the people that go to church anyway. I call that like a schoolroom, like a teaching ground where you go and you learn about it, and then you go out and then you do the same thing. You go out and teach, whatever. It's just like a training center, right? Church. But yes, the Bible is full of knowledge. Yes, you're correct. Illness is a teaching, a message from the soul. When the lessons are learned, the illness becomes a thing of no moment. Illness is the confusion of that particular soul, manifesting physicality, or manifesting physically, so that the consciousness will see it. Every part of an illness is you. Listen to your body. What is it saying? Be that part of your body. Once you have heard the voice of those areas that are, I have no idea what that word is. Recalcitrant. Anybody know what that word is? It's RECALCITRANT. Recalcitrant. The mature mind can say, let's find another way. At that point, you quite literally embrace the aberrated energy within you, whether it is mental, physical, or emotional. And then you start to de-energize it. By simple acceptance of it, the transformation will begin. Accept it. Am I back? Yeah, okay. Even its location in the body is eloquent. Nothing in life happens haphazardly. I realize that it is a hard thing to hear when someone is in pain. The truth is, the truth. You You live in a sane and ordered ordered universe. Make that your tenet. I just heard tenet. Like 10. It's almost like 10-8. 8-10. 10-8. Illness exists first in the non-physical realm of spiritual need. Alright, we're just Jello, Moonis. Yeah. Yeah. Be blessed. I don't know if I'll be on here too long. Would ever send a plague? How can we hope to heal this affliction if we step aside and blame it on our deity? No, no. You who recognize your for a minute. The life force, the soul consciousness flows through the body. Those areas of the body that resist that life force can develop a dysfunction at some point in life, depending on the needs of the soul. Any denial is ultimately expressed in the physical, which is one of the reasons people... What? Reason people don physical bodies. Why is it don? The way that the way they must confront what they are reluctant to confront in the mental and emotional levels. Your body in illness is not your enemy, but your faithful friend. It has been programmed by your soul to react in the exact way at the exact time. Do heed its guidance. Always. Hi guys. Hi Logan. Hi kitties. Keeps going off. Might be somebody here. Are insane people consciously in control of cancer brings a message to all your world, and so the illness must be dealt with squarely as fear. Once cancer is cured, there will be something else. People have to deal with fear, because it is one of the greatest denials of the reality of God. Fear. Oh my God. Well, they tell us to fear God. You know, why wouldn't we fear anything that we have? You know, regardless if it's coming from God, it's there and we fear it, right? I don't want to fear God. I do believe He's a loving God, and I do believe that He's certainly He may be in His, you know, I don't know about our attitude or our whole way of being. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think I'll call it a night. See if I can upload this before the Wi-Fi goes off. So I'll try to come back and we all be dancing and singing again. I don't know. We'll see. Much love and light to you all. Sorry, Wayne, you missed it again, but that's okay. Maybe next one of your lives I'll come on. Now that I'm exercising my voice, you know. Love y'all. Have a good one. Happy Easter. Hope you had a good Passover. Good night.